Hello and welcome, and today I am going to play a Battle of Fulford that comes from the game Hastings, Stamford Bridge, Fulford 1066, a game about three battles that were decisive for the medieval history of England. And here we see a setup for a Battle of Fulford, a battle where two Anglo-Saxon earls, Morcar and Edwin, faced an army of the King of Norway, Harald III, known as Harald Hardrada, and his ally Tostig, who was the brother of the King of England, Harold. So, here is an initial setup of the game. As you can see, we have all units of Anglo-Saxons and the part of the Viking forces, because Vikings were just coming here where all the Anglo-Saxon forces faced them. So, at the beginning of the game, Anglo-Saxon forces have a visible advantage, but Vikings are going to have a lot of reinforcements during the battle, while Anglo-Saxon can use no more than everything they have on the board. And finally, you may ask how to win this battle. So, let's check victory conditions. As for Anglo-Saxons, they gain 1 or 2 victory points for each eliminated of the Viking units. The units with shield that are heavier armored are worth 2 victory points, while light infantry are worth 1 infantry point, and they get 12 victory points if Tostig is eliminated, and 24 if Harald Hardrada is killed. But the biggest number of the victory points they might gain if they manage to keep Vikings from crossing Germany back. Starting from turn 4, they gain a number of victory points if none of the Viking units is on their side of the Germany back. As for Vikings, they gain same number of the victory points for eliminating Anglo-Saxon units, and 14 victory points for killing each of the Anglo-Saxon commander. Also, if Anglo-Saxon units managed to keep Germany back side free from Viking units till 14 turn, then they win instantly. So, this is not going to be easy battle for any of sides. Vikings are weak at the beginning, but they will gain a lot of reinforcements, but while Anglo-Saxons are stronger, but they have harder task to do, because they have to attack to make sure that none of the Viking units will stay alive on the other side of the Germany back. So, that's all when it comes to this battle, and now let's talk a bit about forces and units and rules. This game is a part of the medieval system of the Polish company Taktyka and Strategia. This game was released in Polish initially, but it has English edition as well. So there was a lot of games of this system released so far, like Bannockburn, Papus Lake, Kulikowo, Kosovo, and more. And this one is interesting because it contains 3 battles instead of 1. So let's talk a bit about rules. As you can see, maybe I should zoom a bit, I think this will be better. Each unit has 2 factors. One is strength and the other is movement allowance. Each unit might have 2 or 1 strength point. If it's made to suffer 1 loss, it is flipped, and if it's made to suffer another loss, then it's eliminated. Some units have star. This means that they are better armored, and they have additional modifier for combat. There are also archers. They are able to fire in the distance, And there is also cavalry units, and there are some different rules about them, but in this particular battle we don't have any cavalry units. Finally, there are commanders. Commanders are allowed to support their units during the combat, but they are also important when you want to command your units, because the presence of the commander keep units in place. Otherwise they might do their pursuit no matter if you want to or not. But if they are in the range of their commander, they might be halted and kept on the place. Also, commanders might gather their units after they are scattered after the combat. There are also banners, like here. Banners are increasing units' morale and giving them additional modifiers during the combat, but if you will capture enemy banner, your morale goes up. Now about morale. So since this is something important, we have a morale track here on the right side of the board, and every time an enemy unit is eliminated, we move morale counter up or down. It depends on what kind of unit was eliminated. For example, if Anglo-Saxons would manage to eliminate one Viking unit, morale goes up in favor for Anglo-Saxons. When morale reaches a certain level, like for example here 1, then a player gains a modifier during combat. So for example, if there would be here and we would have a combat, then Anglo-Saxon player would gain +1 modifier. There is also +2 and +3 option. So it is good to eliminate as many enemy units as possible, because your morale increases and your units are fighting better. And there are also fatigue tracks here and here below. I should place Viking counter here, and every time you move forces led by the certain commander, you have to move a morale counter on the next place. So if you move all the units, for example here we have Morcar fatigue counter. If we would move Morcar units, we would move 1, then in the next turn if he would move again, then we would move this counter on 3, and so on till 13. Fatigue cannot be higher than 13, but if it reaches 13, then half of units commanded by the certain leader is halved. So, for example, if Morcar would be Morcar man would suffer a 13 level of fatigue, we would have to flip a half of his counters on the other side, because this man fought a lot during this day and they are just weakened and tired. So I think that's all when it comes to the basics. Of course, there's more rules, but I am going to talk more about them during the gameplay. But as for now, I think that's all. So we can move to the game itself. Also, there is one more thing I should mention. In this particular scenario, game ends instantly if one of the player reaches level 3 of the morale. So if a British or Anglo-Saxon player would eliminate many units and reach his level morale of 3, he is a winner. Okay, so let's start the game. Anglo-Saxon player has initiative in this scenario, so his units are moving first. In this system, there is some special rule that tells that you first have to make all the movements with your cavalry units and then attacks, and after all the cavalry units are moved and their attacks are resolved, then you are moving your infantry and fighting with infantry next. But in this scenario we don't have any cavalry units, we have only infantry, so it makes the situation easier. So let's start with movement. I'm going to move only marker units now. They are here. They are marked with numbers from 16 to 32, from 17 till 32, while Edwin units are marked with numbers from 1 to 16. So I'm starting my movement with marker for units. I move 1, 2, and I'm crossing. I'm moving into Germany back, so I have spent another movement point. So I pay 1, 2. So there is 1, 2, 3, and I cannot move here because it would cost me additional 2 movement points, and I have 4 movement points, so I cannot move any further. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, because they have 3 movement points, so I cannot move here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and notice that these are archers. Archers have only one strength level. If they are meant to suffer a loss, they are instantly eliminated. But if we flip this counter, they have strength of 1 and movement allowance of 0. If they are here, they have strength of 0 and movement allowance of 3. So they can only move or only fire. So I place them here, and I spent 1 movement point to flip them on the other side. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Sorry, okay. 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So I moved all the marker units, and I kept Edwin's units without being moved. So I shift only markers counter on the fatigue level of 1, because markers units weren't moving. If units are not moving or fighting, they might also regain a fatigue. So if, for example, if my units, currently Edwin would have 5 levels of fatigue, and he would stay kept from moving, his fatigue would be lowered to 4. But as for now, this is not important for us. And now that's all when it comes to the marker. And since there are no enemy units in the zone of controls of our forces, your zone of control is 3 front hexes. Then we have no combat phase, so we can move to the Vikings. And now, what about Vikings? Like I said before, Vikings' goal is to cross Germany back, because otherwise enemy would gain some victory points. So Vikings would have to attack, but it would be not wise to attack without a plan. So I'm going to stay here and place my commander here, so I would be able to give them some support. 1. Also, your archers might move 1 hex only without changing their chic. So they might be they are currently in the position to fire, but the enemy is out of range, I believe. I have to check. I might fire from the 4 hexes range, but it is very and it is quite impossible to hit, because I have to roll 12 to score a hit on the on the 4 hexes range, so I would like to rather move closer. A Viking's idea is to welcome enemy on the other side of the back, 1, 2, and to wait till the reinforcements will arrive. They have a lot of reinforcements, so they don't want to stay and fight without their friends. So next we have this group, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. So that's what we have when it comes to the Vikings movement, and now we have to resolve our first combats. Also, I should move fatigue counter of the Vikings on the level of 1. So let's resolve our combats. The first fight goes here. We have Viking unit with a strength of 2 attacking Anglo-Saxon unit with a strength of 2. They are on the same kind of terrain, so we don't have any modifiers here. They have and there are no modifiers from their commanders as well. I believe no, there are modifiers. Sorry. Harald Hardaroda has a commander leadership range of 3, so it is enough for him to give his men +1 support. And Morcar has a range of command of 2, so 1, 2, so his men are out of his range, so he can support them with his command. So we have +1 because of the commander. So let's move to the combat table, which is here. I won't be moving every time to this table, but it is good to show you how it works. And I have 2 to 1 odds, so I make 2d6 roll, and I roll 7. It is -1 B1. B1 means that the defender has to retreat 1 hex, and minus means 1 step loss. If it's on the left side, it is for attacker. If it's on the right side, it is for defender. So this result says attacker has to suffer 1 loss, defender has to retreat 1 hex. So let's move to the combat, and now defender retreats, attacker suffers 1 step loss, and they also can take take the ground if they want to, because we have to check if they will pursue enemy by their own will or not. When when a unit is in the same hex with their commander, it hasn't to. It might, but it's not forced. But if it's at some distance from the commander, we have to make a roll and check the result in the pursuit table. Currently our Vikings are in the 2 hexes range from their commander, so we will use a verse of 2, and I will make a roll. I rolled 5, so pursuit is not obligatory. If I would roll 1 or 2, they would be forced to pursue it. But now I can decide if I want to pursue it or not. And my idea is that moving here might be not quite a good idea, because these Vikings might be quickly overrun by Anglo-Saxons. So I would rather stay here and not move any further. And next combat goes here. We have 2 units again, each of them has 2 strength points. So they are fighting with 1-to-1 basic odds, but first, they are both in the range of their commanders, so they have +1 and +1, so it's again 1-to-1, and Vikings are on the neighboring hex to their banner, so they gain another +1. And they are attacking through the stream, and stream gives us modifier -1. So let's move to the combat table again, and first, basic odds were 1-to-1. Vikings get +1 because of the commander, and +1 because the banner on the adjacent hex, while Anglo-Saxons get -1 because of the commander, and -1 because enemy attacking through the stream. So we have 1-to-1. We have to make a roll. It is 7. 7 in 1-to-1 is -1, -1. This means each side suffers 1 step loss. No one is retreating, no one is forced to pursue it, and everything is fine. Also, after in the previous battle, I should check if any unit scattered after the battle, but it was B1 result, so infantry is hasn't to make such a roll. If it would be B2 or more, I would have to make a roll, and if I would get 1, then Anglo-Saxon unit would be forced to scatter. But this is not important for now, and let's resolve one last combat. First here, it is here. So, we have 2 and 2, so again basic odds are 1-to-1. They are on the same hex with their commander, so they get +2. They have a shield, so they gain -1. They are in the range of their commander, so they have -1 again, and they are defending through the stream, so they gain another -1. So let's check it on the combat table. It was 1-to-1, +2 for Vikings, for the leader on the same hex, and then -1 for the shield, -1 for the Anglo-Saxon commander on the neighboring hex, and -1 for attacking through the stream. So we have 1-to-2. Column, it is 5, it is again -1, -1, and also, because commander was on the same hex when the combat, where the combat was, we have to make a roll and check if commander wasn't killed by accident. I'm rolled 4, so I think he's safe. I need to make sure if I didn't make any mistake. Yes, he would be killed if I would roll 12. So he's fine, and this concludes turn 1 of the game. I'm moving a counter on the turn 2, and that's all when it comes to the first turn of the battle. So we have turn 2, and we are starting with Anglo-Saxon units. So what can I do? 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2. And now they are in the range of the Viking archers, and they might fire on the upcoming Anglo-Saxons. I have to make a roll, and I'm firing on the 2 hexes range, so I have to make a roll, and if I roll from 9 or 10, enemy would suffer 1 loss, and if I would roll 11 or 12, enemy would suffer 2 step loss. I roll 9, so they suffer 1 step loss. That's how archers work. And now I'm moving on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, No archers here? No. 1. I have to make a roll for enemy archers. 7. It is a miss. Then here I'm changing my archers into firing position, and I'm going to leave there some space. You may ask why. Because the combat is about to happen here and there and everywhere, and if unit retreats, it cannot retreat on the hex with friendly or enemy unit, and if it cannot make any retreat, it suffers a number of step losses equal to the number of hexes it had to retreat. So it's better to leave some space from behind your attacking units to let them escape if necessary. Okay, now here 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I think that's all. I'm not going to move any of my other units, so I have to move fatigue counter of the Morcar forces by 1, while Edwin units are still not moving. I'm thinking if it's a good idea, or I should rather attack with these upcoming Vikings here. Historically, Edwins spent a lot of time waiting, not helping Morcar. Morcar was forced to fight alone, and when his units broke, then Edwin forces joined the battle, but it was too late to win against upcoming Vikings. So I'm not going to move Edwin's units because of that they are not suffering fatigue, and now I can resolve combat. Starting here, I'm making attack with these Anglo-Saxons against these Vikings. We have 2 against 2 without any modifiers, so it is 6. 6 in 1-to-1, it's nothing. So each side stays where it was without making any progresses. Now they are attacking them. It is again 1-to-1, and it is 8. 8 is -1 for the attacker, so attacker suffers 1 step loss. And here we have 1 against 2, so it's 1-to-2, and it is 7 in 1-to-2. It is A1, so attacker has to retreat 1 hex. It is infantry, so they don't have to make a roll for scatter. And now this defending unit is in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes range from their commander, so I have to make a roll. I rolled 2, so they are forced to pursue it. Okay, that's all. And now here. This Anglo-Saxon unit has a strength of 2. Vikings have a strength of 2 as well. They have shield, so they have +1, but they are attacking through the stream, so they have -1. So again, it is 1-to-1. It is 7 in the 1-to-1. It's -1, -1. So it's going to be bloody battle. Next here we have 1-to-1. There is a star. Sorry, there is a shield, but they are attacking through the stream, and defender is in the range of their commander, so they have an additional +1, sorry, -1. So we have 1-to-2 column. I roll 8 in the 1-to-2. It is A1 -1. Attacker retreats and suffers 1 step loss, and I have to make a roll if winner has to pursue it or not. I rolled 5, so they don't have to, but I think they want to. Now here, this unit attacks this unit, so they are both in the range of their commanders, so we have their modifiers are nullified. they are attacking through the stream, but they have a star. So it is 1 to 1, it is 7, in the 1 to 1 it is again -1, -1. And here they have 1 and they have 1. So again, same situation like here, but they are in the same hex with their commander, so they get +2. So we have 1 to 1, 1 to 2 because of the star, because of the shield, 1 to 3 because of the commander, and then 1 to 2 because of the attacking through the stream, and 1 to 1 and 2 to 1 because of the commander. So we have 1 to 2 column with 9, so this is going to be bad. This is A1. So an attacker has to retreat 1 hex, and they cannot move, and they cannot retreat here because this hex is in the enemy zone of control. So this unit is eliminated, and because of that we move morale counter 1 level down in the favor of Vikings. Also, they are on the same hex with their commander, so they don't have to pursue it if they don't wanna, and I think that they don't want to actually. So that's all here, and next combat is here. We have 1 and 2, so this is 3 against 1, so it's 3 to 1. It is 4 to 1 because it is 4 to 1 because of the neighborhood of the commander. They are both in his range, and now there is 3 to 1 because of attacking through the stream, 2 to 1 because of the commander on the adjacent hex, and 1 to 1 because of the banner on the adjacent hex. So it is 1 to 1, and it is 4. So it is B1. Defender has to retreat 1 hex, and attacker, and I have to make a roll first. I am 2 hexes range from my commander, so I made a roll. It is 2, so I am forced to make this pursuit. Alright, and now this is the final combat is here. I have 2 against 1, so it's 2 to 1. They are in the range of their commander, but Anglo-Saxon unit is not in the range of their commander, so it is 1 to 1. It is 7 in 1 to 1. It is 1. Each side suffers 1 step loss, so Viking unit is eliminated, and because of that we are moving morale counter again on the level of 0. So, that's all when it comes to the Anglo-Saxon combat phase. Now we have a Viking movement phase, and I said before that Vikings get some serious reinforcements in this scenario. I put all the remaining Viking units into the cup, and I'm going to draw randomly 5 of them. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now they might enter. Oh, I might zoom up a bit. From this hex or from this hex. So that's how they're going to enter the battle. And we can play the Viking movement phase. So, let's move our Vikings. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, that's all. And now these guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, and you may ask what I did. I think I never did this before. After a unit finishes its movement, it might change in its facing as well, so without paying any additional movement points. So that's what I did here. And now about the units that are fighting against Anglo-Saxons. Let's maybe zoom a bit. Alright. So they are joining this combat. 1, 2. They are joining this combat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here I think I will let them be, just move my archers a bit and change their chic. Alright, so that's all when it comes to the Vikings, and we can resolve a combat. Starting here, we have 1-to-1 odds without any modifiers. Rolled 5 in 1-to-1, it is -1 B1, so defender is made to retreat. Attacker suffers 1 step loss, and he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hexes range from his commander, so he has to make a pursuit. Next, here we have 2 against 1, so it's 2-to-1. I rolled 10. 10 in the 2-to-1 is -1 for the attacker. So you can guess it's better to get a slow result as possible. And now they are attacking these two, because these 3 units are in his zone of control. This unit was already attacked, so he doesn't have to attack these guys, but these guys and these guys weren't attacked, so they have to attack them. It is 2 against 3, so it is 1-to-2, and it is 10 in 1-to-2. It is A1, so attacker has to retreat 1 hex. At last they can, and the defender is able to perform a pursuit. And now here we have 2 and 3 attacking 1, so it is 3-to-1. They are attacking a unit which is in the stream, so they have -1, and there is another -1 because defender has a shield. So it is 3-to-1, -1 for the stream and -1 for the shield. It's 2-to-1. It's 1-to-1. It is 8 in 1-to-1. It is -1 for the attacker. Next here we have 2 against 1, so it's 2-to-1. They are in the range of their commander, so it's 3-to-1. They are attacking unit with a shield, so it's 2-to-1, and they are in the stream, so there is 1-to-1. 6 in 1-to-1 is nothing. So both sides suffer no losses, and no one has to retreat. And now these 3 units are attacking this unit, so they have 2, 3, 4 against 1, so it is 4-to-1. It is 5-to-1 because of the shield, and 6-7-to-1. 4-to-1, 5-to-1 because of the shield, 6-7-to-1 because of the commander, and 6-to-1 because of the shield, and 5-to-1 because of the stream. 7 in the 5-to-1, it is B2, so defender has to retreat 2 hexes, and they cannot, because this hex and this hex are in the zone of controls of the Viking units, so these guys are eliminated, and morale goes down, moving in favor of Vikings. And now I can pursue it if I want to, so I'm moving these guys here, and that's all. And now we have another combat here. 1, 3 against 2, so it's 1 to 1, plus 2 because of the commander, so it's 3 to 1, and plus 4 because of the banner. And then we have, sorry, I think I made a mistake, 1 to 1 because of the initial odds, 2 and 3 to 1 because of the commander, 4 to 1 because of the banner, and 5 to 1 because of the shield, and then 4 to 1 because of the range of enemy commander, and 3 to 1 because attacking unit which is in the stream. Alright. Wow, it's 2 in the 3, it is -1 B3 error. So attacker suffers 1 step loss, and I have to make a roll for commander. He's fine. And now defender has to retreat 3 hexes, 1, 2, 3, and is scattered. So I'm moving this unit on the scatter table, which is scatter track, which is here. Alright, so that's all. I also can make pursue it if I want to. I don't wanna move them, and they are in the 1 hex range from their commander, so I have to make a roll. 4, they don't have to make a pursuit. And that's all when it comes to Vikings. And we are ending turn 2 because of that. We have now turn 3, so let's make a movement with our Anglo-Saxons. And what about them? 1, 2, 3, 1. These archers are on the position to fire on the approaching enemy. So that's all. And now here, so I made a movement with Edwin Morcar's forces, and now the question is if I want to move Edwin's units, since oh no, I might do something more. I think I can. 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, you may ask what I did. You cannot have more than 2 strength points on the 1 hex, but these 2 units are already weakened. They both have 1 strength point, so they may stack together, forming 1 group. Otherwise, it is impossible. Also, you may stack archers that are moving because they have strength 0 strength points, and they may stack with a full strength unit. Okay, and now do I want to move my Edwin's forces? I think I'm not going to move them anyway. I'm let them rest a bit, so they won't be. They will be able to be used in the next turn. And I think I am not moving these guys either, to leave some space if they will be forced to retreat. So alright, that's all when it comes to the Anglo-Saxons movement, and now we can resolve a combat. First I'm attacking them with them. They have 2, they have 1, and they are attacking through the stream, so they have -1, so it is 1 to 1. Oh my, it's 11. 11 means A1, so attacker has to retreat 1 hex. And defender is in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hexes from his commander, so they have to pursue it. That's why keeping commanders in the wide range is good, because they may stop their units from chasing the enemy, sometimes in the very stupid situation like this. And now here we have 1 to 1 without any changes. It is 10 in 1 to 1. It is A1 -1, so attacker retreats and suffers 1 step loss, so so he is eliminated, and morale returns to 0, and they have to pursue it. Now them, again, it is 1 to 1, or No, yeah, no, it is 1 to 1. 8. Now this time attacker suffers 1 step loss. Here we have 1 to 1, but they are attacking through the stream, so they have -1. It is 1 to 2. Then, oh my, it's a very bad result. A2 -1. So 1, 2 and -1, and they already have 1 strength point, so they are eliminated. Now here, 1 and 1. They have a shield, but they are attacking through the stream, so they have -1. They have +1 and -1, so it's again 1 to 1. 5 in 1 to 1. It's -1 B1. So defender retreats 1 hex and attacker suffers 1 step loss. Here 1 against 2. It's 1 to 2. They have a shield, so this is 1 to 1, but they are in the range of their commander, so they have +1, so it is 1 to 2. 9. A1, attacker has to retreat 1 hex, so they're moving here, and I have to make a roll for obligatory pursuit. 1, it is a fail, so they have to pursue it. And now here, 1 against 1. They both have support of their commanders, but they have a shield, so there is 1 to 2, and they are attacking into the stream, so there is 1 to 3. 10, 1 to 3. It is A2 -1. Since they cannot retreat, they are eliminated. And now, after this phase, the situation changes in favor of Vikings, because Anglo-Saxons suffered heavy losses, and morale counter gets closer to the +1 in favor of Vikings. It is still on 0, but if Vikings manage to eliminate at last 1 more enemy unit, then they will get +1. Of course, they have to keep their own units safe. Okay, so we have now a Vikings phase. You can already see that this stream is not very good for Anglo-Saxons, and now I have to draw 5 Viking units as reinforcements. Okay, and place them. These 3 units will enter from maybe them. They are better from this hex, and they will enter from this hex. Alright, so let's start with movement. I'm moving here. I think I will make no movement, or maybe 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. These archers are moving here. These guys are moving 1, 2, and now they might be sprayed with arrows by these Anglo-Saxon archers. They missed. 1, 1, 2, 3. These archers move 1 hex up. 1, 2. So I'm pushing Anglo-Saxons back and keeping my positions on the north side of the stream, which is good for Vikings. And now reinforcements are coming. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's for them. And now this group, I think this group stays where it is. It just doesn't have to make any actions for now. It's good to keep them some. They are keeping their position on the other side of the stream as well, and keeping this group from joining fight here. So also, I forgot about them. This is they are in the not very good situation, you may guess, so I'm spending all of my movement points to make one step back. If they would be cavalry, then they would be able to perform countercharge on them, but infantry has no such an option. So we can resolve attacks of our Vikings. First here, 2 versus 1, it's 2 to 1, there is +1 because of the shield, so we have 2 to 1 and 3 to 1. 7 in the 3 to 1 table, it is B1, so defender has to retreat 1 hex. They can do that because this unit has a zone of control in its front hexes, so here, here and there, so they still are able to retreat, and they are pursuing them. Now here they have 2, they have 1, so it is 2 to 1. 9, oh my, it is not bad, not good. It is -1, -1, so each side suffers 1 step loss. So one Anglo-Saxon unit is eliminated, and now my morale marker reaches +1 for the Vikings, but we'll be using this starting with the next turn. So not in this turn. For the remaining combat battles of this phase, I will be still using morale modifier of 0, but starting with the next turn, I will be using morale +1 for Vikings. And now here I have 2 against 1, so it's 2 to 1. They have shield, so it's 1 to 1, and they are attacking from the stream, so they have -1 again, so it's 1 to 2. 5 in the 1 to 2, it's -1, -1. So one more. So each side lost one of their units, so morale counter is not moving because of that. Now we have here attack. They have 2 and they have 1, so it's 2 to 1. 6 in 2 to 1, it's B1, and when archer units in the that is in the position to fire is forced to retreat, it is eliminated. So one more loss for Anglo-Saxons. They are pursuing, and now here they are attacking these archers, so it is 1 to 1. They have +1 for their commander, and they have +1 for their commander as well. So no modifiers. It is 9. In 1 to 1 it is A1. So attacker suffers 1 step loss. These archers managed to defend themselves. And now these 2 units are attacking this. We have 2 and 4 against 2. So it's 2 to 1. 3 to 1 because of the shield. 4 to 1 because of the commander in range, and now 3 to 1 because of the stream, 2 to 1, 1 to 1 because of the commander on the hex, and 1 to 2 because enemy has a shield as well. 7 in 1 to 2, it is A1, so attacker has to make a retreat. And the defender decides to stay where they are. They are on the hex with their leader, so we don't have to make a roll. And finally, a last combat here. We have 2 against 2. They have shield, but they are attacking through the stream. Commanders are both in the range, so they are nullifying each other. So we have 1 to 1. Oh my, 11, A1. So attacker just have to retreat 1 hex. And I have to make a roll because I don't want to pursue it, but since I'm in the 1 hex range from my commander, I have to make a roll. It's 4, so they are fine. They don't have to pursue it. So that's all when it comes to the turn 3, and we are moving to the turn 4. First, there is one English Anglo-Saxon unit that is on the scatter track. Here, oh sorry, I should move you there a bit. In this turn, they are able to return on the board, but only on the hex adjacent to their commander and not in the presence of, in the zone of control of enemy units. So they cannot do it now, because this hex and that hex are occupied by their own friendly units, so they cannot be deployed here. And this hex and that hex are in the zone of controls of the enemy units. So they have to wait for the better moment to return on the battlefield. So I'm moving Anglo-Saxons now. As you can see, Morcar forces suffered very heavy losses so far, so it would be good to finally use Edwin's group. But now for Morcar first. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe they will be able to help these poor guys. And now here. 1, 2, 3. And they are staying where they are. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's all when it comes to the Anglo-Saxons here. So I have to shift Morcar's fatigue counter by 1. And next about Edwin's group. I think I should finally make some movement with them. They were staying there and waited for the good time to hit, but since Morcar suffered already a lot, lost already a lot of units, so they should strike now or never. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, and now these archers are firing on them. They missed. One, 2, 3, 4. And I think I move a unit with a banner. First I move my archers here and there, and then banner. 1, 2, 3. So it will give some inspiration to the fighting guys. And commander goes here. He will also provide some combat modifier. And the other units are waiting to join the combat. Alright, so that's for Anglo-Saxon movement phase, and now their combat phase. I think I should rather move Morcar here. Okay, so he will be able to make these guys from the scatter table return to the battle. Otherwise, if he would stay here, then he wouldn't be able to do so. And now let's attack. 2, 4 against 1. It's 4 to 1. It is 3 to 1 because they are attacking down the stream, and it is 2 to 1 because we are now using this modifier from the morale track. So it's 2 to 1. It is 10 in 2 to 1. It's -1 for the attacker. That's bad. Now here, 1 against 2. It's 2 to 1. It's 3 to 1. Sorry, 1 against 2. It's 1 to 2. It's 1 to 3 because of the shield, and 1 to 4 because of the morale track. So it's going to be extremely bad. 5, A1. Attacker has to retreat 1 hex, and since they cannot retreat, they are eliminated. And they have to pursue it. So 1 more morale up for Vikings. And now here 2 against 1, it's 2 to 1. And they are attacking through the streams, from the stream, so they have -1. And then because of the morale there is another -1, so it's 1 to 2. 10. It's A1. So attacker retreats 1 hex, and they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can make a roll. 3. 3, so they have to pursue it. Now these 3 units are attacking these guys. They have 2 strength points, but since they are attacking from behind, since these 3 hexes are their front zone, and these 3 hexes are their back zone, and they are attacked from their back, so they have 1 strength point instead. Because every time unit is attacked from behind, it gets its strength is lowered by 1. So there is 6 to 1, and it is 5 to 1 because of the -1 on the morale track. It's 5 on the 5 to 1, it's B2. So defender has to retreat 2 hexes, 1, 2, and I have to make a roll for their scatter. They are infantry, so I have to make, if I would make a roll of 1, they are scattered. They are 4, so they are fine. And I'm going to make a pursuit. 1, 2, 1, and 1. So that's all here. And I should make... oh, I made already a movement of fatigue counter for Morcar, but I should move a fatigue counter of Edwin also, because Edwin's forces moved as well. So here, I am attacking with these 2 guys against them, so I have 4 against 2, it's 2 to 1. It is +1 because of the shield, so it's 3 to 1, and +1 because of the commander's range, so it's 4 to 1. And now they are these Vikings are in the Harald's range as well, so it is 3 to 1. There is a stream, so it's 2 to 1, and there is +1 for the morale track, so it's 1 to 1. 7 in the 1 to 1, it's -1, -1. Next battle goes here. We have 1 against 1, sorry, 2 against 2, so it's 1 to 1. 2 to 1 and 3 to 1 because of the commander on the same hex. 2 to 1 because they are attacking into the stream, and 1 to 1 because of the morale track, and 1 to 3, and 1 to 2 because they are in the range of the Harald. Harald has such a big range, you can see. 7, 1 to 2, it is A1, so attacker has to retreat 1 hex. And these Vikings are in the 1 to 3, so if I would roll 1 to 3, they would be forced to pursue it. 6, so they can stay where they are. And now here I am attacking with these 2 units against them, so I have 4 against 2, it is 2 to 1. I have 2 shields, so I have I have a shield, so I have 3 to 1. I have a banner, so I have 4 to 1, and the commander's range, so it's 5 to 1. And now it is Vikings have -1 in their favor because of the morale track, so it's 4 to 1. 4 to 1 and 4. It's -1 B2. So 1 attacking unit suffers 1 step loss, and the defender has to retreat 2 hexes, and they cannot retreat because they're all hexes are occupied or in the enemy zones of control, so they are eliminated. And now I have to make a pursuit if I want to. And the last attack is here. We have 2 against 2, so it's 1 to 1. It is +1 of the shield and -1 because of the stream, it's 1 to 1. And because of the morale track, it's 1 to 2. 1 to 2 and 2, it is B1, so defender is retreating 1 hex, and I am pursuing. So that's all when it comes to the Anglo-Saxon combat phase. And now we have a Vikings movement phase, so I have to draw 5 random reinforcement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they are joining the battle from this hex, and these two guys will join from this side. Alright, so let's start with Vikings moving, and I think I make these archers here. These archers change their chic. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. I have to check if the archers can fire in such a range. No, they cannot. So I think I will move this Tostic guy here, so, oh, maybe here, so he will keep these guys in his command range. Now I'm not going to make any attacks here in this part until I get more reinforcements. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and now here 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 reinforcements coming, and now the situation here. Well, this Anglo-Saxon attack was quite ineffective against Vikings. So the question is if Vikings are going to keep their positions here or rather retreat. I think these guys would rather retreat because they are weak. And I might move a commander. One, 2, 3, 4. So he will be here to inspire his guys a bit. And I think that's all when it comes to the Vikings movement phase, and I can move into the Vikings combat phase. Oh, I should move a Vikings fatigue counter by 1. So they are in the fatigue level of 4, as well as Morkar's units. Okay, so let's resolve combat. We have 1 against 1, so it's 1 to 2. They are we have +1 for Vikings morale, so it's 2 to 1, and they are attacking into the stream, so it is 1 to 1. 8 in 1 to 1. It is -1 for the attacker. Now here 2 against 2, so it's 1 to 1. They have a shield +1, stream -1, and morale +1, so it's 2 to 1. 3 in 2 to 1. B2 -1, so defender has to retreat 2 hexes and suffers 1 step loss. I have to check if they are not scattered. They are not. And now for obligatory pursuit, 1, 2, 3, 4. So they have to pursue it. 1, 2. Next combat goes here. We have 1 against 2, so it's 2. 1 to 2. We have +1 for the morale and -1 for the stream, so it's still 1 to 2. 5 in 1 to 2. It is -1, -1. So Vikings morale returned to 0. It's bad. Next combat goes here. I have 2 and 3, 1 against 2, so I have 2 still 1 to 1. I have a commander present, so I have +1, so it's 2 to 1, and morale 3 to 1, and because of the stream it's -1, so I have 2 to 1, 8, in 2 to 1 it's nothing. Next battle goes here. I have 2 and 2 against 2, but notice that they are attacked from the... no, sorry. I can't use this unit against this, because they have to attack these archers. So I have 2 against 2, it is 1 to 1, 2 to 1 and 3 to 1 because of the commander, 4 to 1 because of the morale track, and 3 to 1 because of the stream. 7 and 3 to 1, it is B1, so defender has to retreat 1 hex, and they cannot, so they suffer 1 step loss. And they are attacking these archers. They have 2 to 1, 3 to 1 because of the shield, 4 to 1 because of the commander's presence, and 5 to 1 because of the morale track, and they have commander's presence, so they have 4 to 1, and 9, it is B1, and since archers cannot retreat when they are in the firing position, then they are eliminated. And now here I have 2 against 2, so it's 1 to 1. I am attacking from the stream, so I have -1, another -1 for the shield, so I have 1 to 3, and the commanders are nullifying each other, so this is going to be very hard for Vikings. 3 in 1 to 3, it's -1, -1. Same situation here, I believe. 2 against 2, shields are nullifying each other, commanders are nullifying each other, stream gets -1 and morale gives me +1, so it's 1 to 1. 3 in 1 to 1, it's B1 -1, so defender retreats 1 hex and suffers 1 step loss. And I have to make a roll for obligatory pursuit. 3, they are fine, they don't have to pursue it. And the last combat goes here. I have 2 against 2, it's 1 to 1, -1 because of the shield and -2 because of the stream, so it's 1 to 3, and 1 to 2 because of the commander's range, and 1 to 1 because of the morale track. 5 in 1 to 1, it's -1 B1, so attacker suffers 1 step loss and the defender retreats. And the roll for obligatory pursuit, 3, they are fine, they don't have to pursue it. And this concludes turn 4. Vikings morale returned to 0, so they don't get a +1 morale modifier in the next turn. So I'm moving into turn 5. And I think that's where I'm going to finish the first part of this battle. It is already 4 turns, and the situation is not quite still clear, since Anglo-Saxons suffered some heavy losses, but Vikings suffered losses as well, and no one can tell if they are on the winning side or the losing side. But what is most important, Vikings successfully crossed the stream, so Anglo-Saxon forces doesn't get victory points for keeping their side of the stream safe from Viking forces.